Hey everybody, you're back on the Joey Ciccone Show, connected live from Las Vegas, the world center of broadcast media. In the studio with me today, the real Tony Montana, okay? I'm talking Chicago outfit right here. And I'll tell you something right now. As you know, on the Connected Show, I have met the best of the best, good or bad. That has nothing to do with it. A real gentleman sitting right next to me, nothing but class. Tony, we heard about a little bit of the early life, and if we had a 4-hour show,
it would take that long, yeah.
Not only we'd get more into that, which I wish I did with you.
Yeah.
That's why we got to have you back every 3 weeks. You got to come back.
That'd be no problem.
And we'd love to have you. But from what you were telling me on the break, this ain't the first. This ain't the newest book.
No, the new book should be out in about 3 to 4 months.
Okay, and what's the name of that?
Well, the name should be The Devil's White Fedora, because the movie is going to be played off of the book. So the screenplay's already done for the film, and they're doing the budgeting on the film right now.
Very nice. So we have a film also coming out. Now, will you be a part of that? Just in
technical advisor, and they're buying my story.
Exactly. Very, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Kumbari, salute. I wish you the best on that. Don't forget, if there's a part or something, you throw me the bone. You know what I'm saying?
It took 50 years to become an overnight success.
He's a success. In fact, the women should be chiming in, but they got to find the Joey Ciccone Show first before they do that. All right, let's get to it now. At a younger age, we know what happens, but now, how do you encounter Tony Spilatro?
I met him in Chicago for the first time. He was with Milwaukee Phil Alderizio, and Milwaukee Phil Alderizio owned a Whiskey A Go-Go with somebody else fronting it off, and Obie Oberlander and me managed it. And Obie and I were talking outside in front of the Whiskey A Go-Go, and up pulls Milwaukee Phil in his Tornado. He had a Tornado Oldsmobile, never forgot that.
It's a nice car.
Yeah, and Tony was driving, and there was the bookkeeper was sitting in the back of the car, and Milwaukee got out, Tony got out, opened the door for his bookkeeper to get out, who had a big cast on his leg. I'll never forget this. And I even looked at Obie, and I told Obie, I said, he must have been playing with the numbers. Milwaukee probably broke his leg.
Someone gave him a little beating.
I told him Milwaukee probably did. So anyway, Tony comes around the car, and Milwaukee said, Tony, this is Tony Spilatro. He introduced me to him. He introduced Oberlander to him, and that was my first meeting with Tony. And then from there, I opened up a club in East Dundee called Dante's Inferno, and Tony was out there with his crew all the time. That was in Kane County. It was a safe area for him to be in instead of Cook County.
Okay.
And
so you kind of basically
we bonded. We really
bonded. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off, but you bonded. You were taken in.
Well, because a lot of people that he used to bring in were very close to me. They said, Tony, I didn't know you were out here, and they were all people of choice,
Well, you're an easy. I mean, you're.
Well, like I said,
you're an easygoing guy, is what I'm saying. But your personality, you have a charisma that attracts people. You ended up running the clubs, not just on my favorite place, Rush Street, but in other areas,
all
correct?
over.
And you basically legitimized the money to a degree for his business or for his interest.
For Tony, I did most of that for Tony out here in Las Vegas when I came out here with him in 1970.
Okay, so now we're at 1970 here in Vegas, and you were doing what's the club? What's the favorite restaurant? The
Villa d'Este.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was
one
one
of them. Checking
the
out, because Joey Ciccone does his research. By the way, if I look a little tired, I was up till 4:15. Okay, I got to check out Tony's background. So that was that, which was named then
Piero's.
Okay, right, and then was it La Scala then too at one time?
No, La Scala was a different place. La Scala was at the Mark I building.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So then Piero's ended up being the
Villa d'Este.
Villa d'Este, okay,
Yeah.
Which we know casino and everything was all shot at Piero's.
Correct. And
right?
part of it at the Pepper Mill.
Tony, let me ask something. Just off while our friends are Carmela, love the Joey Ciccone Show. We love you, and you have a beautiful Italian name. Tony Montana in the house. If you want to ask him a question, please do. Were you in that movie? Were you a part of that?
No.
I gotta have a little vodka.
One time I walked into Vesuvio's, which is then later became La Scala's. I went in there because I knew the owner, Joe Pignatello, real well. And
Joe Pigs, right?
Yeah, right. And then I went in there, and they were all in there. Scorsese, Al Pacino, Scorsese,
Pesci, De Niro.
Pesci, De Niro. They were all in there.
Right.
Nick Pileggi.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. So they came to me and they said, listen, we understand you knew Tony very well. I said, yeah, I do. Could you give us any intake? I said, no.
Right off the bat, they wanted intake.
I said, no.
But let me ask you something. They didn't include you in anything. They asked you a question. Was it that you didn't want to supply any info, or what if it was?
Well, number one, it was too early. And number two, I didn't think it was right for me to do.
Okay. Hey, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that's class. It's not all about hey Tony. Here's a check. Tell me everything.
it's
Right, buddy.
well, Joey. It's all loyalty.
There you go. Loyalty.
I mean, that's loyalty. You can't pay for it.
Carmelo, we'll get to that question for Tony. I want to stay on this. Scotty, how we doing on time right now?
About 4 minutes.
Okay, very good. Scott in the house, my engineer, takes care of everything for me. The real Tony Montana with me. The book is or the movie is The White Fedora.
The Devil's White
The
Fedora.
Devil's White Fedora. I didn't know he had a white one. I always thought it was black.
Well, because the 42 gang in Chicago,
They
they
had
all
white.
wore white ones.
And they were all like that. In Italian, if you don't know, Joey's going to just teach you a little bit. The White Fedora was like the clean guy, the guy that was
Correct.
right.
The good guy.
The good guy. The good guy, right?
Yeah.
All right, real quick, we got to ask because she's a great fan. What is your favorite memory from the time in your life? We'll ask him right now.
Favorite memory
There's
in the
gotta
time
be.
of my life?
Being here on the Joey Ciccone show, no.
Well, pretty close because I'm here to talk about it.
That's
but,
right. And he can go anywhere and talk.
Yeah, but well, because when I was making good money, I pretty well took care of my personal family very well.
Nice.
And that was one of my best things because money's not important if it's not spent in the right circles.
That's familia is everything.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to throw this at you. What's the lavender glasses? Scott, bring that picture up of Tony for me in the corner shot. I love the lavender
Purple's
glasses.
my favorite color.
So, there it is.
Yeah.
You ask the question, he answers it. Whenever I see Tony Montana somewhere
Yeah.
or whatever, the first thing that grabs me is his glasses, and he's got these lavender shades. You're going to see it on the screen, and I love it so much. Is the mob scene still doing things in Vegas, or did they all leave?
If there are any here, they're doing it independently because they're really. Oh no, a lot of mob people are retired here.
Okay, all right. But what I want to say, Jill, you should know this as being a fan. Isn't Joey usually here on the phone talking with New York, Miami, locations unknown because not a lot of guys are here in Vegas, or they're mort.
Yeah, they're like like me. 2 days ago, I turned 83.
83.
So
I thought it was 43. It's 83.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
83.
Yeah, please. I'll be happy to make it to 83.
Well, that's what I'm happy.
We'll
to
see
do.
what
Yeah.
happens, right?
Right.
All right. Your relationship with Tony, just before we go to commercial, we still got time here. By the way, your producer, Gino?
Mm-hmm.
Let's give him a
Publisher.
your publisher? Gino, let's give him a little shout out. What's his name? Give him a little shout out.
Gino is the owner of Houdini's publishing company, and his offices in Las Vegas here on Dean Martin Drive. And he does publishing. He's got Houdini magic stores in all the hotels on the Strip. So he's well known in town.
Very nice. Well, Gino, I talked to you this morning here when we're getting ready for the show. We want to just give you a little shout out and everything. Your relationship with Tony was tight.
We were very tight because Tony really trusted me totally. Because Tony had a condo at the Regency Towers on the Las Vegas Country Club, which was very plush.
Yeah.
And on the 18th floor, he sent me to Seattle to take care of something.
Okay.
I was there 3 months, but in the interim, I sold my condo here. And then when I came back to meet him, he called me in. I come in for a meeting with him. And he said, listen, I'm bringing you back to Vegas. I said, good. I said, I sold my house, Tony. Now I got to go look at this. No, don't worry about that. I'll take care of that. And that's how I wound up in the Regency Towers. The place was totally plush, was done. The entire house was designed by Pierre Cardin.
Please.
No, fact.
We know.
Fact.
We
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
in the 70s, if the cologne was good, the joint was nice.
Yeah, the joint was plush.
What kind of guy? People want to know. You hear stories.
About Tony?
Yeah, you hear a lot of stories, but Tony, we need to hear it from you. What kind of guy, besides the things he did,
Well,
a family man?
Well, the things he did, you never hear about. the family party was tremendous. Loved his son, and as a friend, he was do anything in the world for you. He was like a teddy bear. Everybody loved him.
Right.
He was
Right.
only 5'5". Everybody adored him.
Right, and Junior has passed, and Nancy I had met down the road.
And I
the
believe she's ill
family.
too, though, Nancy, right now.
She has passed away.
Nancy passed?
Yeah.
When did she pass?
I don't know the exact date, but one of my guests brought that up.
oh, so
and,
then I
and-
knew his son died.
Yeah, and his son was ill. Listen, you're with Tony Montana. We got 2 more segments coming in. I want to see this screen light up right now because I'm loose. He's loose. We want to get to it right now. All right, I want you to chat in on that Joey Ciccone button, World Center of Broadcast Media. Again, I got to have him back because there's too much to ask. But the bottom line, the real Tony Montana, okay?
They get
The
that on
devil, huh?
They get that on Amazon.
That's good. Lay it on him now.
Yeah, you
where
can
else?
get it on Amazon or Kindle.
Yeah, I'll be going through this. I was reading the synopsis because
yeah.
things happen so fast. I don't know. What do I change these to lavender? Is there a place? We'll be right back.
Change the lens, the lavender. Your optometrist.